Day 115, verses 12 to 14, The Veil of Illusion. Namaste and welcome to Gita 360. Over the last few days, Krishna has been showing us how the divine is woven into everything we see, feel, and experience. We saw him in the elements of nature, and yesterday we recognized him in the finest of human qualities. But this leads to a natural and difficult question. If the divine is the source of everything, why is it so hard for us to see him? Today, Krishna begins to answer this question. The three states of material existence, goodness, passion, and ignorance, know that they are manifested by my energy. Yet I am not confined within them. Rather, they exist in me. Krishna now introduces three qualities that shape our experience of life: sattva, rajas, and tamas. Sometimes the mind is clear and peaceful. At other times, it becomes restless, driven by ambition or constant activity. At still other times, it feels heavy, confused, or unwilling to move. These shifting states arise through the play of the three gunas. Krishna says that everything arising from these three qualities comes from him. The peaceful clarity we feel on a quiet morning, the restless ambition that drives us to work, and even the heavy exhaustion or confusion that clouds our judgment, all of it comes from the same source. Yet Krishna is not confined by them. They exist in him, but he is beyond them. The world depends on him to exist, but he is completely independent of its changing moods. Deluded by these three qualities of nature, the whole world fails to recognize me, who am beyond them and imperishable. Krishna now explains why we fail to recognize him. The whole world is absorbed in these three gunas. We become fascinated by their endless play, the changing experiences, emotions, ambitions, successes, disappointments, and countless movements that make up our lives. In becoming absorbed by what is constantly changing, we overlook the one who never changes. Krishna describes himself as Param Avyaya, the supreme and imperishable reality beyond the three gunas. Yet our attention rarely reaches that far. We are so mesmerized by the changing surface of life that we fail to see the changeless reality that lies beneath it. The divine power of mind, Maya, made up of the three qualities of nature, is difficult to overcome. But those who take refuge in me cross beyond this illusion. Krishna does not underestimate the challenge of human life. He says that this illusion, which he calls Maya, is incredibly powerful and exceptionally difficult to overcome. Our attention becomes so absorbed in the changing world that we fail to recognize the one who is beyond it. Yet Krishna does not leave us without hope. He says that those who take refuge in him cross beyond this Maya. They begin to recognize that while the world continues to change, the divine from which it arises remains unchanged. Krishna is inviting us to anchor ourselves in him and see beyond the changing forms in the world to find the one who is never altered by them. Imagine standing beside the ocean on a windy day with our attention on the waves. Some are gentle, others powerful. They rise, break, disappear, and are immediately replaced by new ones. It is easy to spend hours lost in their endless movement. Yet all the while, the ocean itself remains beneath every wave. Life has a similar effect on us. Our attention moves constantly from one experience to another, all of them important to us in the moment. Krishna is not asking us to reject the world or withdraw from it. He is asking something subtler. Do not become so absorbed in the waves that you forget the ocean. This is the challenge Krishna describes as Maya. The waves are not the problem. The problem is that we have become so captivated by their changing forms that we stop looking beyond them at the ocean. The same creation that points towards the divine can quietly become the veil that hides him. Perhaps this is why Krishna says that overcoming Maya is difficult. It does not deceive us through something obviously false. It keeps our attention fixed on what is immediately visible while the deeper reality remains in the background. The invitation of these verses is not to turn away from life, it is to see life more completely, to recognize that behind every changing experience is an unchanging source that is never absent, even when we fail to notice it. Thought of the day. Life constantly draws our attention towards what is changing. Pause for a moment today and reflect. Am I seeing only the waves, or am I also remembering the ocean beneath them? Thank you for joining me on Gita 360. May we gradually learn to look beyond the changing surface of life and remember the unchanging divine that quietly holds it all together.